The NSX has been one of my top 5 dream cars for a long time, and today I am really happy and excited to reveal this vehicle to you and share it with you. So I got the keys right here. I do not know much about this car at all, so I'm gonna explore everything right now, and I hope you enjoy the ride. I'm gonna go over here and unlock the vehicle. Okay, so turn right to unlock it. Careful with the wall here. I'm gonna unlock both sides. There we go. Okay, close the door. Listen to how this door closes. It sounds so premium. That sound right there, closing compared to the Supra. It just sounds like it's put together so well. So I'm sitting here now in the NSX. Okay, and what they say about visibility is all true. It's so crazy. It's awesome how much I can see all the way around me. So this is a 2000, which is an NA2. Got the 6-speed manual here. I've already chalked the tires, so I'm not worried about rolling back. The gears are a lot closer together than on the Mark IV Supra. It's kind of hard to describe it, and I think it has to be that way because reverse here is all the way to the right and then down, so they gotta make room in there with it. On the Mark IV Supra, you have to pull up on a little ring before you could go out to the right. So I don't know what it is, but this is a lot closer together. Oh, can't go all the way up that way. But man, this feels so nice. Here, got the e-brake. Awesome. This is sort of a felt type of material. Not really sure what this tray is for. Alright, got the cigarette lighter right there. Not that I'm ever gonna smoke in here. I don't smoke. But it's so cool to see this old school setup right here. Cigarette lighter. Little tray here. I'm not exactly sure what that's for. Maybe fit a few quarters or something. Not sure what would go there. Okay, so we've got the Bose cassette player here, and I suppose the rest of it is also a Bose sound system. Nice. Display. You know what? I should put the key in there just so I could play with the dash a little bit. Not gonna turn the engine on because it's closed in here and I don't want carbon monoxide poisoning. But I'm just gonna turn this over. Okay, cool. Is it just gonna keep doing that? Oh, okay, no. All right, cool. Nice. So let's see here. These are the hazards. All right, we can see them turned on up front and also in the back. Now, like I said, I'm not very familiar with the NSX at all, so a lot of this is new to me. I've seen some videos on it, but in terms of experiencing it for the very first time, this is it. This is my very first time going through this. Okay, cruise control on. I'm not driving right now, so I can't really see if that actually works or not, but that's where the cruise control is. I'm not gonna mess around with the wipers here. Got the keyhole right there. This side, what is this on this side? Okay, we got the defrost. Okay, that's the window defrost, probably for the back. And okay, this here turns on the flip up lights. So that turned on the parking lights, and then if I turn it one more time, there we go. The famous flip up lights right there. And let's see if I want to do the high beam. Nope. Pulling on that doesn't do it. There's another lever right here. If I pull that, there we go. That's the high beam. Oh, it stayed on. Okay, how do I... Okay, signal left, signal right. Let's see. The high beam is stuck on now. How do I turn that off? Oh, okay. So there's sort of two notches, if you will, for pulling this. If you pull it just to the first quote-unquote notch, you get the high beam, and you let go, and it turns off. But if you pull it to the second one, see that? Then it stays on. All right, that's pretty cool. So, and if you want to turn it off again, pull it again, and then let go. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna turn the headlights off. Okay, so the headlights, they're staying popped up because I still have it on the upper setting here. If I turn it one more time down, then it completely closes. Okay, cool. Let's see if there's a dome light in here. Nope, not on front. Oh, dome light's on the back right here. So turn this on. Cool. That's on. Middle's probably for door or something like that. And then off switch. So this is the target top. I'm not gonna mess with this today, but it looks like the lever is right here. Okay, this material, hard, sort of hard plastic. Okay, oh look at this, another latch for the target top. So it looks like I have to undo this side and that side before this whole top comes off. Okay, door lock is right here, and if I push that down, that goes down. Cool, and if I push that up, it comes back up. Security right here. Doesn't look like there's a security light on that side. It's only going to be on this side right here. The HVAC vents right here. Okay, this feels pretty nice and solid, I want to say. It doesn't feel like it's cheaply built. The way these parts move up and down feels really, really nice. Okay, so vents on and off. Even this switch feels pretty nice. And then of course the door handle right here, that opens the door. And then a handle right here to pull on, push and pull on. Got the speaker down here. And then this button down here opens up the trunk, I believe. And then there's a light right there, of course. And then listen to that door again. That sounds so nice. Okay. So when you open this up, we can see the hood latch right there. Pull that to open up the hood. In fact, let me pull that right now. And then let me see if there's a dimmer in here. There's got to be a dimmer. Got two buttons back here. I'm gonna assume that's the dimmer. Let me play with that a little bit. Nope, that does nothing. Pushing this button here, but I don't really see what it's doing. All right, what's this one? Oh, okay. This button here flips up the lights, but it doesn't turn the lights on. So this is just for flipping the lights. Okay, TCS, I'm gonna assume that's traction control. I could be wrong about that, don't quote me on that. Okay, so not really doing anything there because I'm not actually driving. As we can see, this vehicle only has 21,383 miles on it. So let's talk a little bit about the interior and what it's made of. This is leather, and it's got really nice stitching that follows these curves. It goes all the way around here and all the way up here, all the way around the dash right here, and then wraps around me all the way to this side. And there's just this really, really premium feel to this vehicle. It feels completely different from being inside the Mark IV Toyota Supra. The Supra has this really, really raw, really, let's just say it's definitely not a premium feel inside the Supra. This though, something about this just feels very, very special. Oh man, yeah, I'm sitting inside my brand new to me Acura NSX, and I'm just at a loss for words for how to describe this thing. I'm just so fortunate that the previous owner maintained it so well. I mean, there are some very, very minor imperfections that I can see, such as a little scratch right here and all, but there's nothing major in here that stands out to me as a huge problem cosmetically. So back here, there's another little speaker. Let's see if I can fold this seat down. Should be a lever right here. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, looks like it's powered. Okay. Pulling that forward. It stops right there. Okay. Doesn't go forward anymore. And back here, it's sort of a foamy feel. It's not the same leather as we see up front here. It's still a nice kind of foam, but this feels like you got to be gentle with it. It's foam that's wrapped with sort of a fake leathery sort of material. So nothing wrong with that. I don't have any issue with that, because how often am I gonna be touching this surface back here or putting anything or any sort of pressure back here? Since this seat can't go forward anymore, I'm gonna bring this back. Oh, that goes back pretty far. Okay, so let's see what's inside the glove box. And not much to it. Oh, there's a little switch right here. I don't know what that's for. Okay, it says main and then on, so I'm not sure. Okay, that means it's off. And that's on. I will have to find out what that's for. Owner's manual. Nothing much to it. Pop that back in there. It does look pretty roomy. Well, okay, yeah, that's... You can't really put too much in there. I don't know why. This is just in the way. You can put this owner's manual back in there, and that kind of takes up all the space already. If you wanted to put something in here, I don't know, it would have to be really, really thin. Wow, that's actually a very underwhelming glove box. Unless there's some kind of secret way to open this. Okay, there's a little button there. I don't know what that's for. Maybe I'll discover or find out some special way to open this to have more space. But as far as I can tell right here, this is kind of underwhelming. Not much you can put in there, which is kind of sad. Down there, we have the OEM NSX carpet or a rug right there. Really nice. Perforated seats down here and all the way up to the top. Seat belts coming from up there. Let's check this out here. Pull this down. There's no mirror. Warning, death or serious injury can occur. Careful with this car. Flip visor. See if there's a mirror on this side. And no mirror on this side either. Well, can this thing come out? Nope. Can't come out. Alright. On an NSX, if you're driving on a really, really sunny day and you need the visor to block you on this side, you can't pull this out to block your eyes. So there you go. Mirror, pretty standard, easy to adjust, feels pretty lightweight. Okay, this, yep, up and down, nothing much to it. Let's see what this is. Oh, okay, so that flips open. See some buttons. It says hour, minute, reset. So these are the settings for the clock right here. I'll adjust that on a different day. This side doesn't flip open. That doesn't do anything. Okay, you got your vents here. Up and down, and left and right. Up and down, left and right. And then, let's see, how do you power on the radio? Okay, that says on and off. So it's probably this button. Push that. 98.7. Okay, I hear the antenna popping out on the back there. Let me see if it's actually out now. Yep, it is. It's out. These are all your programmed settings, AM, FM tuning. There's a 6-disc changer in the back, which I'll show you in a bit. These are very standard settings. Bass, treble, balance. Okay, eject. There's no, you can't insert any CDs through the front here. So maybe this eject button here. Yes, this is definitely for the cassette player here. Dolby Digital sound right here. This looks like a slot for something, but I don't know if something goes there or not. So, all right, let's see right here, climate control. Ooh, look at that. Okay, full auto. Temperature currently 75. Let me try to crank this up and down. Okay, so this dial turns the temperature down if you turn to the left. If you go to the right, it turns the temperature up. And then here are your settings. Auto, and then lower all the way to higher. Nice. AC blows pretty nice and cold. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. So if you're gonna program any of these settings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This side of the door, sort of the same thing. You got your HVAC vents right here, on and off. And then this is for the windows, down, and then back up. And then the door lock, door unlock, and then the door open. It's kind of tricky to open it from this side, but there it is. And close again. So I think we spent enough time in the interior here, so let's move on out to the outside. Standing outside the vehicle now, let's open up the gas cap right here. And to do that, there's a little lever right here. Pull on this. Okay, and the gas cap opens up. This feels very light and actually kind of fragile. So definitely got to be very careful with this. Don't open this up and then bump it. This could actually, it feels like this could just crack and just break right off. Here you go, put that back in. Man, I'm just so amazed how well this was maintained. Even on the back side of this, everything is just so clean. Put this over on top. Nice little snap there. So yes, this is plastic. I would say this is sort of a cheap kind of plastic. And then, of course, this is aluminum. And then to open up the trunk, there's a button right here on the driver's side door. Push that. Okay, and we could hear it. Open this up. And the previous owner included this car cover with it. So let me just roll this out of the way. And this is how it looks through the back. But that's that. It's got nice carpet here. And here's the 6 CD changer. I don't know what I'm gonna put in there. I don't even know if I'm really gonna listen to music while I'm driving this car. Because when I drive this car, what I want to do is just experience it and just kind of live in the moment. I'm not driving this car so that I could listen to music. I noticed earlier when I opened this up, the hatch struts here, they're feeling kind of weak. So I may have to replace these with newer ones. Here we have the VIN sticker. There's one there, another one there, and a third one on this side, right there. So this trunk right here is very, very light. And I tried to close it earlier as gently as I could. And I put it like that, and then I tried to press it down, but that didn't close it. Oh, hey, it worked this time. Okay. All right, so I didn't have to push that hard. Okay, cool. So I pressed it from down here. I don't want to risk damaging the wing right here, the spoiler, so I'm pressing from down here. So the antenna, like I mentioned earlier, right there. And of course, this is the US version, so it's Acura, not Honda. All right, and I don't have plates yet, but the previous owner included this really, really cool chrome NSX plate on there. That would look pretty cool at car shows or something like that, where I didn't want to display my entire license plate. As far as I know, this NSX is completely stock. So that's the stock exhaust. Now I'm gonna open the glass back here. I've never ever done that before. In order to do that, you have to pull this right here. Oh, okay. Apparently I did that earlier and I forgot, and I didn't even go and open it. So it's already open. Oh, before I do that, So here is the factory paint color. It's going to be this sticker right here. In this case, B501P, which is Monaco blue for the 2000 Acura NSX. There's a VIN sticker right here, and then all your tire information is going to be right here. And then one more VIN sticker right there. There's a little dip right here so that you can reach your fingers down there. So I'm going to do that. Ooh. I'm trying not to press my body against the rear quarter panel here. So let's see. This is a little bit heavier than I thought it would be. Okay. Get that up. Slowly let go. No, it's not holding on its own. Yep, it's slowly dropping back down. So I think eventually these hatch struts also need to be replaced. There you go, pull that to unlatch it, and then pull up on this to access the compartment for your target top. Cool. All right. And then pull this up to access the engine bay. Nice. So, I'm gonna pull this up, and it looks like it goes right there. Nice. All right, so we have the 3.2 liter V6 in here. Oh, just look at how clean that engine bay is. Man, serious props to the previous owner. I keep saying that there has only been one owner before me, so I am the second owner of this 2000 NSX. Let me walk around to the other side. Wow. I'm just so amazed how clean this thing is. God. The previous owner really, really loved this thing, and it's almost museum condition. I don't want to say it is, but it just feels like it. Oh, wow. So this part right here, I don't know what purpose this serves. Maybe some kind of vent to let the heat out from the engine or something. This kind of feels like metal. Yeah, it doesn't feel like cheap plastic. I think this is painted metal. So black painted metal right here. Got the weather stripping right there. And then of course, insulator going on here for the engine bay. Okay, so let me make my way back to the front now. And of course, these are folding mirrors. This is actually stiffer than the Mark IV Supra. So this on the Supra, it's a lot easier to do that. Okay, so I've already unlatched this hood. So I'm gonna open that up. Little latch down here. Where is it? Ah, there we go. Ah, all right, it was this guy. So I was going the wrong way. I was trying to pull something upward. This actually just goes to the left. Okay, so I gotta prop the hood open. It's this guy, pull that up, and then insert it right into that hole right there. There's an arrow right there that points to where you put this. That's pretty cool. No insulator down here, which isn't necessary anyway. There's not an engine down here that generates heat up to make that insulator necessary. So let's take a look at what's going on down here. Okay, we got your washer fluid, got a caution sticker for the headlamp operating, air conditioner sticker right there. This must be a bracket for the radiator. There's a tiny little paint chip right in that corner right there. You have to come up kind of close to see it though. No big deal. Okay, this is painted metal. All the bolts and all that for the headlight assembly. This looks like maybe a fuse box. Let's check what's inside there. Got that open, and I was right, it was a fuse box. Very cool. I'm sure the back side doesn't tell you what's what. Haha, you got a guess now. Guess you need to refer to the owner's manual to tell you what is what. Now, that also looks like a fuse box. So a fuse box here, another fuse box there. And this right here is probably another fuse box again. And then we have the spare tire. And based on research from a long time ago, I learned that this is not inflated. So if I ever need to change out the tire, I will have to inflate this. But with a what? That's a good question. How would I inflate that? Maybe there's some kind of inflator somewhere, right? It is really cool having this hood open and not seeing an engine in here. This is my very first experience with a car like this. So let me move out of the way and give you a little bit of a farther away view of the engine bay. Engine bay, caught myself there. This is not an engine bay. This is a frunk, right? Is that what they call it? A frunk. Okay, so we got the cowl, at least on the Supra, this is called the cowl ventilator louver. I don't know what this is called on the NSX, but this is plastic, and we got the weather stripping right here. And then just some wiring going on all about. I don't want to get too technical with what's down here because I can't identify over half of the things in here anyway. Let me step back a little bit so you get a good view with the hood and the back there open. Okay, cool. So parking lights, of course, flip ups, and then the ambers on the side there, the reflectors. So according to my research, Acura / Honda never released chrome wheels, chrome OEM wheels for the NSX, and that this was a dealer option or something along that line. The original ad for this car, I wasn't really digging the chrome wheels, but now that I see it in person, I actually really like it. All right there, got a nice angle right there with the chrome wheels, the red reflector there in the rear. I think I've covered most of the things that most people would see if this were their very first time experiencing an Acura NSX. Well, that's gonna do it for my first impressions on my brand new Acura NSX. Thank you for joining me. Okay, bye.